Hello, it's Angie from UK Money Wisdom. Right now, there's a very unpleasant and damaging message spreading across the UK, and it's getting nastier every week. Have you also been seeing the comments? Scrap the triple lock. Pensioners are draining younger workers. Old people should liquidate their assets. What's this all about? This isn't frustration. This is a manufactured narrative, a political strategy, and it's targeting the group least able to defend itself. Today, we're going to expose it. By the end of this video, you'll understand why stripping the triple lock would be economically disastrous, why most pensioners are not wealthy, and who is really creating Britain's financial black hole. Watch this before the autumn budget, because the truth is the one thing they don't want out there. Let's get started. So, where's the attack coming from? This wave of anti-pensioner messaging didn't just happen. It comes from three places. Fear. People know the UK economy is falling apart. Fear needs a target. 2. Headlines. Articles shouting record pension rises while ignoring frozen thresholds and stealth taxes. Oh yes. And 3. Political framing. This is the most dangerous part. Shifting blame away from bad policy and declining wealth equality and onto ordinary pensioners. Let's dismantle each myth properly. Let's start with myth number 1, the burden lie. This claim is pushed hard because it hits emotions, not fact. Here's the truth in one line. The state pension is earned, not gifted. I know they try and say it's a benefit, but it's not. It was earned. Pensioners today gave 35 to 50 years of national insurance contributions. Younger workers aren't funding pensioners. They're paying into the same system they will one day need. And let's get real about the numbers, shall we? Half of UK pensioners have less than £10,000 in savings. That's right. Many still pay income tax, VAT, council tax, and tax on their savings. The majority are not wealthy. They're just surviving. Pensioners are not a burden. They are the people who upheld the system. And let's see all the unpaid work that they do voluntarily for their families. That amounts to well over £1 billion, and that's not paid to pensioners. Oh no. Don't we help our families? But we don't charge for that. And don't we help in hospitals and charity shops voluntarily? We don't mostly get paid for that either. Pensioners help in many ways, but they're not paid for it. This is £1 billion that the government can safely not have to pay. Number 2 is the triple lock is unaffordable. Okay, let's look at this myth number 2, the triple lock lie. This myth gets repeated because it sounds financially responsible until you look at the data. The UK spends 5.1% of GDP on state pensions. The OECD average is 7.7%. Some European nations spend 14+%. And our state pension? It is one of the lowest in Western Europe. One of the lowest. That's right. Meanwhile, the real causes of financial pressure are undertaxed wealth, frozen tax thresholds, profit-shifting corporations, wage stagnation, declining productivity. The triple lock doesn't break the economy. Scrapping it breaks pensioners and the future workforce. Removing it would push millions into poverty, increase NHS costs, create massive demand for social care, and cost the government more long term. Cutting the triple lock saves nothing. It shifts costs into crisis. And myth number 3 is the most unpleasant of all. Pensioners should liquidate their assets. That's right, cash in all our assets, our houses, our savings. And why would we do that? So let's dispel myth number 3, the liquidate assets trap. Because, yes, I think this is the most extreme and the most harmful. Because what assets do most pensioners even have? Half have under £10,000 in savings. The median private pension pot is around £55,000, which lasts 4 to 5 years max. Most have one real asset, their home. So, liquidate your assets actually means sell your home, empty your future, and hope you don't run out of money before you die. That's not financial advice. That's cruelty dressed as policy. And if millions did sell at once, do you know what would happen? House prices would collapse. Pension funds would destabilise. Inflation would surge. The NHS and social care system would be overwhelmed. The idea wouldn't just hurt pensioners, it would wreck the entire economy and hit young workers hardest. Let's look at their real strategy or intention, which is to divide and distract. We have to ask this very real question. Why is this narrative appearing now? Because it serves a purpose. It diverts anger away from those shrinking wages, those frozen tax thresholds, those corporate loopholes, the billionaire wealth concentration. We mustn't talk about that, no. And the offshore tax avoidance. All these are not what the government wants us to be talking about. And it redirects it towards pensioners, the least powerful group in the country. Isn't this classic divide and rule? It is in my book. It makes ordinary people fight each other, so nobody looks up at the real cause of the crisis that I've told you about. Okay, let's look at what happens if the triple lock goes. Here's the real cost of scrapping it. The state pension loses value every year. Millions will fall below the poverty line. Older people return to work out of desperation. NHS wait times shoot up. Social care demand explodes. Family support networks that I told you about, the care that we give, that £1 billion care that we give to our families, that network would collapse. Who absorbs the fallout in reality? Younger workers, carers, and families. Because weakening the triple lock weakens every generation, and that's a fact. If you're set upon with these distasteful accusations, you can use these replies. When someone says, scrap the triple lock, say, that pushes pensioners into poverty and increases NHS and social care costs. It helps no one. When someone says, liquidate your assets, say, most pensioners have almost nothing to liquidate. Mass sell-offs would crash the housing market and hurt young workers too. When someone says pensioners are a burden, say, you do realise the state pension is earned. Dignity in old age is the minimum standard of a civilised country. Let's stand together. not apart. This new anti-pensioner narrative is not only factually wrong, it is designed to divide the country when unity is needed most. Don't let it interfere with reality. Nip it in the bud before budget day. Here you will get the truth, which is clear and compassionate, and based on real data affecting everyone in the economy. If you want more breakdowns ahead of the autumn budget, hit the like and share and subscribe button. Let's get this message seen. Who do you think is the real burden on the UK economy? Let's protect pensioners and thereby protect Britain's future. I'm Angie, and this is UK Money Wisdom. I'll be back very soon. Do comment, because that way I can learn more from what's out there, what's harming you, and how we can put this right together. Bye for now.